It's Reese and Dan the man. It's the little things.
Hey guys!
Hey guys, we are here with the little things and we are so excited. I don't like my face. Why does my face look like that? I'm not gonna use that. Sorry.
Should we stop it?
No. All right, ready? 1, 2, and hey guys!
Hey guys!
Welcome to the little things.
Welcome back.
As you can see, we are somewhere different today.
Where are we?
We are actually standing in our home, our new home in Cincinnati, which has been being built for the last couple of months.
Yeah.
We thought it was appropriate to do our our topic today on building. That is what we're talking about, building marriages and the 4 things that will really help you have a successful marriage. And the first thing Daniel actually brought to my attention is
Foundation.
foundation.
Because your foundation has to be set, has to be done the right way and in the right conditions. Because if you lay your foundation wrong in the right conditions, or right in the wrong conditions, there's error.
Oh yeah, and it'll definitely show later in marriage. And then the other 3 things is number 3, sacrifice. You obviously.
Did you skip 2?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm scared. I'm just so nervous. Okay. Number 2 is sacrifice. In order to see your marriage build into something amazing, you have to be able to sacrifice, to let things go, to let your own desires and your own ways go. Number 3 is.
There you go. Oh.
He don't know number 3. Oh, very good. Okay. Investment, which we all know too well in this house because we had to build a strong foundation, sacrifice some things, and invest in it in order to get this going. But the same goes for marriage. You have to be able to invest and pour of yourself into the other person in order to see some true successful building going. And the last thing, I actually forgot.
I knew you.
All right. The last thing for building a successful marriage is. I thought you knew. What did we say? Foundation, sacrifice, investment, patience.
Patience, right.
I always want to just cut it off. I would just leave it like that. Okay, so patience is obviously a very key thing. When something is building, when you're staring at it, if me and Daniel were to sit in this car and watch this house being built from the day that they broke ground, when we first drove here, it was just a bunch of dirt and soil. So to see all of this happen, and this obviously, it hasn't been all of this. We've been coming every month and seeing some crazy growth. My heart literally drops and I get emotional every time I turn the corner and I see how much more this house has built. But we have to wait and we have to give it time and we had to have patience, even obviously in the marriage. As you're growing, your spouse may grow quicker in some areas than you and vice versa, and you have to have that patience.
And it's not even a race. It doesn't matter if one person's
race.
growing faster or not.
That's true.
Having that foundation and that structure, you're building something and that something great is coming because you can see the framework behind it.
Hallelujah.
And you know it's coming. So it allows you to see what's coming, but you still need to have that patience to not be anxious or think that something's not happening the right way. It's happening in the right time to make sure that your structure is there the way that it needs to be for it to be successful.
I love it. And I love that you said it's not a race because there are that was thunder, we're gonna get out of here. There are other houses being built in this community at the same time. And it's not a race. Everyone's on a different path.
Every house looks different.
Every house looks different.
Every house has a different structure,
every
a different cost.
Yes.
Different sacrifice levels.
Exactly. And every
and
marriage.
different options.
Exactly.
People add different things
That's
on
true.
that we might not have added. We might have added things on that they didn't add on.
He's just wanting to preach
your
today.
house,
We don't have time to
your
preach.
house is your house. It's customized for you and what God wants you to put into it.
Oh my gosh. We're so excited to be able to do this little things in our upcoming home. One day we're going to be able to do this in the same spot that we're standing now, but the background is going to look very, very
Completely different.
And I cannot wait to do that. And we'll probably title that thing accordingly. So as we see the other houses and as you see other marriages, don't compare. Just be able to build a strong foundation in your marriage, be able to invest there, sacrifice, and of course have patience.
Yep, exactly.
We love you guys and thank you.
Love you guys.
I know that we haven't really made this announcement that we're building a house to everyone. I think that's also key in marriage, like always not shouting out everything that you're doing in life, everything that you got going on. Just kind of let it happen and allow God to speak to you and don't just say things and post things just to get responses and reactions. Allow things to happen.
Yep.
So don't be shocked that we didn't share this news, but we wanted to make sure that it was actually going to happen before we did. And then, you just can't share everything all the time. Sometimes it's just between you and your husband or wife because, not everything is to be put out there. Not everyone is wishing the best for you now.
And
so
you can't put things out. Just have it, do it
Can
in the right.
Can you hold it? I'm sorry. I feel like my arm was about to spasm. Okay, go ahead.
So you can put things out, but you should do it in the right spirit. We're not putting the house in the back up for any prideful reasons or to rub anything in or to brag about, the things that we've done and all that kind of stuff. It's just a testament to that patience, to that sacrifice, and to the vision that we've had for our family and that we believe God has for our marriage and our household. So this is just the next step. For those of you that knew us in New York, we had probably about a third of this house, and it had a bunch of little things going on with it.
I love my Bayshore house. I love it.
But,
we think about when we came back, we started at, in your fake dorm room apartment, which was crazy. It was a bachelor.
No. Don't come for Libby Street.
It was a bachelor
Don't come for Libby Street. Scotty, Andrew, don't let her come for Libby Street.
I had to come in there and turn it around.
Yeah, all right.
But we are very grateful from where we came from to where we're headed and where God is going to continue to take us. And we just want to post this just to encourage you because we know that God is going to do great things in your life, in your marriage as well.
Yep.
So be encouraged. Make sure that if you really want to see some serious building in your marriage, that you set a strong foundation, that you sacrifice, invest yourself, and that you have patience. I still don't know if I'm looking at the camera, babe. You don't even be telling me if I'm looking.
But you can see it though.
So it's here.
Yeah, it's always been there.
But if I'm sitting here talking this way, why would you not say anything?
You're looking at yourself. I don't understand. You're looking at you, not look at the camera.
Patience. All right, we're still working on number 4.
Structure.
4. We love you guys so much.
Love you guys. Quick preview. Go through the house.
Show them where the dog house is.
The dog house? Where's the dog house?
The dog house where you'll be, yeah.
That was annoying.
Okay.
All right.
It's Persia Production.